My dear students, I am Richard Copen Paul, Science teacher of Milestone College, Class 6. Today our online CW number is 62 and Chapter 9. Today's topic's name is Properties of Matter and External Effects. So students, let's get started. So students, I already told the classification of matters on the basic properties of matter, electrical and heat conductivity of metal and non-metal through experiment. So students, through the today's lesson, what things we will just learn today? Describe different properties of matter, classify matters based on their properties, explain conductivity of heat and current, understand the usefulness of metals and non-metals, and also will be careful about using and preserving of metals, determine the thermal and electrical conductivity of metals and non-metals through experiment. Okay, so classifications of matters on the basis of properties of matter. So students, I have one question. What is matter? Yes, it is a very common question because from junior classes you have learned the definition of matter. So definitely, if you want to say the definition of matter, so you have to be think about the what will be the exact definition. So definitely the object which has definite shape, volume, weight, and occupies space. So we can say that object or things is called matter, isn't it? And matter definitely, if you apply any force, it can be resist. Okay, so let's see what actually matters definition. There are numerous types of matter in the world and they are classified in various ways. Yes, just think about your surroundings. What is that? Your surroundings. What object you are just thinking surrounding of you. So that all are examples of matter. Like I'm taking a class with a computer or a laptop, or you are just student, you're reading books, then you're writing with a pen or pencil. Even when you watch television or the major, the essential things, our communication device, mobile phone, these all are the example of matters. So think about just air or what things actually you drink every day, like water. It is indispensable for our life, isn't it? So all things, the example of matter. Okay. So the things which have defined shape, definite shape, volume, occupy space is called matter. I already told you know the matters are divided into three types. What are they? That can be solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, so students, what we have seen here. So different images of matter, like solid. First of all, I just give you the first pictures. So look very carefully these first pictures. You see the first pictures molecules are closely tied. That means it has no intermolecular space. Just is very less intermolecular space. And this fixed shape, fixed volume. If you think about the solid matters, so definitely the solid matters, some solid matters is it too rigid, strongly attached together, and some are not so strong. For example, uh, if you think about the paper and think about the iron, so iron, the molecular space, The molecular space of iron, it is so less. If you think about the paper, so paper also the example of solid matter. So the intermolecular space of paper, it is so less. The both the things are example of solid matter, isn't it? Okay, so think about another matter, that is liquid. So liquid, the molecular intermolecular space of the liquid is just, it is not so strongly tied at each other. That's why easily we can keep anything inside the water. If you feel anything on the water, so definitely if you, it is pitch of brick or pitch of iron or whatever it is, so it will be go down. That means the intermolecular space, it is not so tight, isn't it? And no fixed shape. Why it is telling no fixed shape? Because if you think about the shape of the liquid matter, it is fully depends on the container shape. Why? Because if you keep any long bottle or any oval or any round shape, so all the container shape the liquid can get. So that means the liquid matter don't have any exact shape, and but it has fixed volume. Remember these things, and the definitely remember this thing, that is intermolecular space is actually not, it is so much. Okay, now the last one is gas. Okay, so if you think about the gaseous matters or gaseous substance, so it is not rigid. That means gas molecules are move here and there, and it also not exactly shape, and it is invisible. Okay, and no fixed volume. But which one actually the gaseous matters have? That is definitely what. Why? Because it it don't have any other characteristics. Like it is the true shape, true volumes, or it has not no rigidity, but it has only one point, that is it has weight. Let's see what will be the next slide. Okay. So example, when a piece of ice is kept in a pot, after a while it is converted to water. Again, we can convert the water into vapor by heating it up. So it appears that water can be found in three states. Example, ice, water, and vapor. Well, when water contains in the form of ice, it is solid state. Students, if you think about that, that is what matter has the three states. So this is water. Water is the ideal example of that. Why? Just think. When it remain water, it is liquid state. When it is become vapor or still, it takes gaseous states. Just think about these pictures. Let's explain these pictures. Easily you can understand that one matters has three states. Think about ice. Well, according to the solid substance characteristics, so it has exact volume, shape, and it occupy space. Okay, so think about this ice. So it has definite shape, thickness, volume, and it's occupied the space. And definitely, if you take the weight, it has weight. So it is the ideal example of solid matter. Now, after the solid matters, you will go to the liquid matter. The liquid matter, we are giving the good example of water. If you give heat in the ice, so the ice is converted to water. So water is the Good example of liquid matter. Now think about if you give the more heat. So what happened? The in a fixed point, the water be converted into the water vapor. Why? Because the water molecule will be start to go up and create water vapor and create the gas. Okay. After that, if you just cool the water or you keep in the refrigerators, so that time the water vapor converted to again ice. Okay, so think about this. The whole experiment is depends on the heat. If you give the more heat, so that time the ice converted to water, then again the water converted to water vapor. After that, if you just make it less the heat, and again the water vapor, first of all it will convert it to water, then it will be converted water to ice. So you remember this process. So students, properties of solid matter. Okay, solid matter have definite shape, they have definite volume, they are highly rigid. Some of solid have less rigidity. I already told which substance has the highly rigidity and which substance has the less rigidity. You must remember that solid matters have all things definite shape, volume, weight. Okay. Next, the properties of liquid. Liquid have no definite shape. They have definite volume, they have no rigidity. I can say the rigidity percentage of rigidity is too less. Okay. Now, the properties of gas. Gases have no definite size or shape. They have only weight. They have no definite volume and shape. You know, the gaseous matter is invisible, I told, and that's also it only you feel. Such an example, when your mom buy some gas container or a gas cylinder, so that time they will, you will if you look the gas cylinder, you will see there is written 15 kg or 20 kg or 22 kg. Okay, so that means the gaseous matter has weight. Okay. Now, metals. Fundamental matters are of two types. One is metals, another is non-metals. Metals are generally shiny. They conduct heat and electricity and create jiggling sound when stuck. Just see, this is copper, lead, tin, nickel, steel, and zinc. So these all are the good example of metal. You know, definitely the metal have shiny, and it can be the glitter, and it has jingling if you hit the metals, and easily it can carve, easily you can give a shape. Okay. Now think about the non-metal. Non-metals do not generate glitters. These do not conduct heat and electricity and do not create jingling sound when stuck. So students, if I generally ask you what is the differences between actually the metal and non-metal, I hope you can able to give this answer, because metal, it is shining, it has glitter, that means glittering, but non-metal don't. Metals have the temperatures and heat conductivity, electricity and heat conductivity, but non-metal don't. If you hit the metal, so it will create jingling sound, but non-metal do not create any jingling sound. So this is the all characteristics of the differences between metal and non-metal. Let's see, there is diamond, carbon, or different types of things. There is carbon, phosphorus, or sulfur. These all are the good example of non-metal. So students, if you think about these pictures, just think about these pictures. What is this? Yes, you're absolutely right. This is the pictures of conductivity. Conductivity means what? Yes, let's see this picture. This is a battery, and it is attached with some electric wire. Okay, and in the edge of the electric wire there is one bulb. After that, there is two charges. One is positive charge, another is negative charge. So when you turn on the switch, so that time the light this bulb give us light, and it will be the illumination. Okay, we'll get the light from the bulb. So this whole process is the uh, uh, things of conductivity. Okay, well, what is the definition of conductor? If you say who is object or any materials, that materials follows electric current to pass through it. For example, copper, aluminum, steel. Why? Because this copper, aluminum, steel easily they can the electricity or heat conduct from one place to another place. Okay, and what about the insulator? I will say the insulator in next slide. Well, what is insulator? Just think about the opposite things of conductor. So conductor means any substance that electricity or heat easily can pass through one place to another place. That means it's allowed to go the electricity and heat. Thus insulator or non-conductor is the not allow electric current to pass through it, like plastic, rubber, glass, clothes, wood. But students remember one thing, that is if the wood or cloth is become wet or it has water, so definitely it will not the what insulator or non-conductor, because through the water is a good example of conductor. So if it is mixed with water, so be very careful. It create problem. The electricity can through the water, and it also actually not help. Okay. So electric charge, what is that? In our home or everywhere, the electric charge has two things. One is positive charge, another is negative charge. If you want to do any kinds of electricity, so definitely you will see there is two wire. In the electric wire, there is one is positive wire, another is negative wire. So electricity can pass through only this charge, and entire things is called electric charge. Okay. Now, electrical and heat conductivity of metal and non-metal through experiment. Name of the experiment: metals are electric conductor. Required accessories: batteries, electric bulb, steel spoon, rubber, wood, and plastic spoon. Procedure: take the electric cell and see that there is a positive sign at one end and negative sign at another end. Connect one copper wire alone and in the cell, and another copper wire at the another end of the cell. Now connect the open end of one wire with one of the connecting points of the bulb, and connected the other wire with another connecting point. So what we will observe, the bulb is illuminating. That means the bulb given us light. Okay. So if you see these pictures easily, you can understood. See, there is a battery. I will show you. When battery has two portion, one is positive charge, another is negative charge. When it is just attached into side, and the light will be illuminating. Okay. Result. What will be the result at the end? The wire which is used, that is made up of copper, that is one kind of metal. So metal has good electric conductor. So now it is proved that, okay, students, now I'll show you the related related question. What are the states of matter? What is metal and non-metal? What are the properties of metal? And what are the properties of non-metal? What are the properties of solid, liquid, and gas? So copper is a good thermal conductor. Explain the thermal conductivity of various matters with an experiment. So students, this is the end of our class today. So I hope you understood from the first to last, and this is a easiest topics, and easily you have learned all the things. And I hope what topics you have problem and it is now clear to you. So I hope you will learn all the things, and you will, if you have any problem, so you will go through the book and read the books every pages or every line, so your all the problems will be solved. So this is all for today. Bye bye all of you.